All right. Obviously, not happy with the performance out there today. I thought we played a better second half, but we didn't make enough plays. The game of football is opportunities, and we had opportunities out there. We didn't make a play. I thought we started off defensively, just couldn't make a play. Didn't stop the run. If you don't stop the run, you don't win football. It's hard to win the game. Didn't get any turnovers in the first half. Again, I give Cincinnati credit. They're a good football team, as we know. They were in playoff a year ago, so it's a good football team. They won a lot of games in the Big 12. It doesn't, again, it's a non-conference game is the way I look at it. And then we got West Virginia this week, so that's where our focus will go.
Pat, was there any consideration in the second half to make a change at quarterback?
No.
Pat, what did you see from Phil, the struggles that he had to see to get in rhythm?
I think the first thing, it starts with the offensive line. I mean, it takes 11. Anybody can, who's going to point at the quarterback? He'll, get all the glory when you win football games. He's a great quarterback. Got a lot of faith in him. And we'll check out the videotape again. I told our guys this is the opener. The opener wasn't last week. Today was the opener, and you find out where you are, where your weaknesses are. And, we didn't see any weaknesses. You guys didn't see any weaknesses. We made some improvements in special teams, I think. But again, it's a good football team. They know how to win, and Coach Satterfield does a nice job. And again, the big thing is our guys didn't quit. Everybody would have thought, okay, it's not looking good. Our guys are coming back. We got a chance to win the game. If we don't miss a field goal early in the game, we're in field goal range. We're tying it up. We're going overtime. You guys are working overtime. But we didn't make enough plays. But there was too much pressure. They still got sacked 5 times. That can't happen. When's the last time we won a game with 5 sacks with a quarterback? So we got to shore up the protection. We got an idea of where we are now, what we have to do. To protect the quarterback. And that was one of our goals going in, is make sure we protect the quarterback, and we did not do that.
PJ Williams got the start today for you guys. What led to that decision?
Just the week of practice he had. He's been good all camp. He came here mid-year. We had a lot of faith in him. I think we can keep getting better with him. He doesn't play like a freshman. We'll look at the tape. Maybe he played like a freshman. I don't know. When we give up 5 sacks, we'll find out where those came from and we'll fix it.
Was there something Cincinnati was showing you defensively on the first drive of the game that led to 3 passes and no runs?
You said what, 3 passes?
Yeah, on the first drive of the game.
I don't know. We didn't stop the run. I don't remember the 3 passes. It seemed like it was 3 days ago, the first half. But we didn't make any plays on defense. We didn't. There was times where safeties were getting cracked and the quarters got replaced. We'll look at the tape. There'll be a lot to look at. I'll have a little bit more answers for you on Monday.
Bub was targeted 11 times and didn't have a catch. Why was there such a big disconnect, or where do you think that disconnect kind of came in between him and Phil?
We'll see the tape and look at it. Bub was definitely targeted, and from my old receiver days, you expect those guys, whether it's a underthrown ball, not a great ball, it doesn't matter. You get a chance to make a catch, you got to make a catch. And there were some drops out there. There was drops, period. And again, it's not on one guy ever. It's 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and it starts with the head coach. I guess I didn't have him ready to play, and we'll be ready for this week.
Were you disappointed in the run defense as much as anything, more than anything else?
No question about it. You know that, Jerry. We like to stop the run. We didn't do it. They do a nice job on offense. Unbalance and some of the different things that they do. We didn't react. We didn't do good job coaching to get it stopped.
What was the second half?
We did a better job in the second half.
What was the second half adjustment? Because in the first half, they averaged 9 yards per carry. In the second half, they couldn't get on the ground.
Yeah, it was some big runs, obviously. Those averages, there's some big runs that popped through there. We'll look at the tape and find out exactly what, but we made adjustments, and we talk about being one of the best adjustment defenses in the country, and we did that in the second half. They had 7 points in the second half off a 39-yard drive, off of a turnover. Otherwise, we're shut out in the second half. They had a short field, a sudden change situation, and it's hard to win like that. You should have shut them out in the second half, and we'd be winning.
Pat, just 1 sack and 1 QB hit for Corleone tonight. Based on stats alone, some might not think that's an effective game, but how effective was he tonight against the middle of your linemen?
I saw one great play where he put pressure on the quarterback. Maybe he was in the backfield way too much. He's a good player. He's an All-American. And didn't do a good enough job. Again, it starts with that guy in front of the nose tackle, and that's what they do.
You were held to 83 rushing yards on offense. Is that also because of Corleone with the 3-man front did?
A little bit. I don't know if it's a 3-man front. We got to still block them, but we had 83 yards. Again, the second half we played catch up, so you're throwing the ball every down. It's never good for a quarterback or for the offensive line when you're throwing it and trying to play catch up. Because we didn't stop anybody in the first half, we were playing catch up, or you're throwing it more than you'd like to. You'd like to be more balanced, but, that's the name of the game, man. Play catch up, maybe we could have rushed for another 100 in the second half, but we didn't have an opportunity to.
Pat, on the note of rushing, Rodney's had 11 carries now in 2 games. Do you feel like you guys need to get him a little bit more involved?
Maybe, we'll look at the tape and find out who's being effective back there, but again, it comes down to, you get behind, you're throwing the ball, there's no guys getting handoffs, period.
You started getting time or calling timeouts with about 6 minutes left. Did the new rules kind of dictate why you started calling them early?
No, I mean, we used two of them, to stop the clock, we get the ball back, and, I think that was, really, really good decisions. We talked about it on the headphones, and that's when you need it. I mean, you just don't have the clock drained where you have nothing, so, you have to use the clock. It had nothing to do with the new rules and the clock's out, nothing at all.
There were some key money downs throughout the game where Emory Jones was able to go to the perimeter and use outside routes. There was a couple times you guys defended it, but a few other times they didn't. What do you guys have to do to be better in those situations?
We got to cover. We look at the defenses, what coverage we're in, what blitz we're in, whatever it was, but we got to do a better job, period.
Anything final? Can we get to our player
I have a
representatives?
question. With WVU next week, what are you gonna work on to make sure about these?
Everything. We have a lot to work on. And like I told the guys afterwards, last week there was no weaknesses. Like, we looked like, maybe they thought they were too good, maybe they thought they were just gonna show up today. But now you find out where your weaknesses are, and coaches know on both sides of the ball, play, get a few guys on offense and defense, and we'll find out who can make plays. Anything else? Sure? All right, guys, have a good weekend.
Thank you.